Chair thanks the gentleman. Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Wisconsin, Mr. Van Orden.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much, ma'am. It's good to see you again. We sat at a round table together, asked you some very pointed and specific questions. Then you were not prepared to answer them for me then. It's been a while now, so I'm going to ask you the same questions. How many people are under your purview?
There are approximately 5,600 people.
Okay, excellent. So there's 5,600 people. It is 11 o'clock, 11:01 on July 13th, a Thursday. How many of those people are at work right now?
Everybody is at work.
How many people are physically located in a building that I'm paying for?
I could not answer that question.
Okay, so that's exactly what you told me a while ago, and that is completely unacceptable, ma'am. You've had a long period of time to get that answer. So we write checks here because that's what Congress does. And if you are incapable of answering that question, I don't know that you're capable of holding the position that you are in. So there are 4 GSA buildings in the state of Wisconsin, 4. One of them is in my district. It took me over 2 months to get a phone as a member of Congress in that office. And my guys are still having issues getting passes so that the people that work for me and work for the 750,000 Wisconsinites that we represent can actually go to work. And that's on you. And this is just not okay. It is not. I'm afraid to address you again publicly and bring in the word incompetent. Your testimony again is a pile of gobbledygook. It doesn't make any sense. I need a phone so my constituents can call me. I need an office so they can visit, so that we can actually problem solve. And that's on you, and you are failing. You are. Do you have any reasonable excuse for not being able to answer the most basic question of how many of your employees are physically located in a place where they can help American citizens? Do you have any excuse for that? Not being able to answer that question? Yeah, okay, go ahead.
We don't attribute being able to do our jobs to whether or not we're sitting in an office. Construction managers are not in an office.
I get it.
They are out on a job site.
They are.
So there's a mix
How many construction
on a daily
managers
basis.
right now? How many construction managers right now are at a job site?
I don't
answer
have
that
a
question. You know
tally
why?
in
Because
my
you don't track your
pocket
people, ma'am.
of where everybody
Listen.
is right now.
Yeah, you don't.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm a retired Navy SEAL, and I knew where all my people were at all times. Everywhere, and I managed folks in 3 different combat zones simultaneously, and I could tell you within a 10-meter square where they were at in combat. And you can't tell me where administrative personnel are located in the country, and we're giving you how much money? That is, ma'am, that is completely unacceptable. And if you could, because I asked you to give me this answer, and I wrote it down, it's in my notes. And if you're not taking notes from a member of Congress that's asking you very specific questions, because I got no answers back from you. If you're not doing that, you're failing. And I'm not gonna accept this any longer. I'm not gonna do this. This committee is remarkable. The power that this committee has it's not commiserate with the responsibilities that we have. We should be able to fire you right now. No, we should be able to fire you right now because you're failing. And you've been blowing me off now for a long period of time. I want specific answers. How many people, where are they at, what are they doing every day? Because we've got a checkbook and you don't.
If I could just, we would be happy to answer your questions.
Well, then,
There's a
ma'am, you should have
process
done it
for
a
doing
long
that.
time ago.
But may I also just say, in terms of failing, we are not failing. The last 3 years,
Where's my
our projects have been delivered on
Why
time and
can't
on
my
budget.
people go to work? Why cannot my people that are being paid by the American taxpayers walk into an office in the single GSA building in my district? Why can't they go in there without being searched like they're a terrorist? Why? Are you happy to answer that question?
Sure, there are security protocols for each building that
Yes,
apply
there
to
are,
all
ma'am.
federal buildings, and that is the requirement of the agencies that are in those buildings.
Who's in charge of that agency, ma'am? Would that be you? It would be.
Security of a building is run by Department of Homeland Security. We have a partnership with the Department
owns
of
the
Homeland
building?
Security to provide security in buildings.
Albert, who owns the building? Who's actually responsible for that building? It is you. My time has expired.
Chair thanks the gentleman. The chair recognizes